Hey Nintendo fanboys and fangirls, it's the great sage BWA here, and we're doing part 3 of the 7-day Candid video challenge. So we're already on part 3, that's crazy. So like after this one's done, it'll be at the halfway point, pretty much. That's exciting. Once again, I wanted to say thank you for all your support on what I've been doing the past few days. I'm really quite amazed by the amount of support. I wasn't sure how everyone would feel about what I'm doing lately. I thought maybe like 1 or 2, maybe 3 people would be excited about it, but all you guys seem to really enjoy this, so that's encouraging to me and lets me know that maybe I should keep going after the 7 days. So we'll see how the rest of the week goes and then go from there. But I appreciate all your support once again. And still not 100% sure what I'm going to talk about today. I do have some ideas though. Getting started on my Krabby drawing while we talk though. I'll make some progress on it. I guess I will show you guys what I got yesterday. It was kind of a busy day for me yesterday since I recorded the video that I did then and now. I had a doctor's appointment and then I had to go to the grocery store to get some dinner for us this week for my family. But before I went over to the doctor, I did stop at the library because I had some books due in a couple days. So I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of. And then when I was there, I picked up 2 books. First one is called The Ultimate Guide to Tarot. And it's by Liz Bean. So that's exciting. And it says the tarot in stunning full color. Discover facts, myth, history, and mystery of the art of tarot reading. Whether you're a beginner learning to read the cards or an experienced practitioner looking to deepen your interpretation skills, this guide honors the deep heritage while guiding you through practical techniques to get answers to your most pressing questions. So it's really exciting. It looks really good. There's a lot of nice art of all the cards and then information. So I haven't had a chance to look through it all that much, but I did read the introduction on it, and then it's got like different spreads you can try, so that's exciting. I'm hoping once I get some practice doing it on my own self, for my own life, what I'm going through in life, hoping one day I could start maybe doing readings online for people, so look out for that in the future. I might do like personalized readings and then just accept donations or whatever for like, I don't know, based on 15-minute time period. And of course that's in addition to videos, but you guys know how it is, paying bills and everything. I'm always gonna do the YouTube for free or whatever, ad revenue, but that would be something extra, just like something I'm thinking of. Also thinking of getting my blog up and going again some more so I can have different formats of content. Just like I just want to fill you in on what's been going on in my head about things. So yeah, those would be like the medium-term goals, like within the next 6 months. So yeah, that's the one book. And then the other is huge, which now that I say that, it reminds me. This one is called Parker's Astrology. It's by DK. They have a lot of like encyclopedias, and I believe they're more popular in the UK than in the United States. I think that's where it's published, that publishing company is. So you guys in the UK may know a little bit more about DK. Trying to look and see. Yeah, London was the first publishing area that they mentioned. But this one's huge. It was in the oversized books department. And I was really surprised because I looked in all of the new books, because at my library they have an area for all the new books, like fiction, nonfiction, they separate them, but they're all in the same area. And I didn't see any for either category in there. And then when I went back to all the other books, there wasn't even really an astrology book in the just regular area. Like they have their oversized books in a separate area as well. So I did find the tarot one in the area where just normal older books are, but this one was in the oversized. So it's kind of weird they only had maybe, unless someone else has been like checking them out and looking into it as well, which what I've heard on some videos I've been watching wouldn't surprise me, because it seems like an interest is springing up in this category more so than in the past, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were all checked out, but it just seemed like they didn't have too much of a selection on this topic compared to some of the topics I've researched in the past, so kind of interesting. Once again, haven't gotten to go too far into this book, but it looks really interesting. Have it for the next 3 weeks, and that's actually going to be the week I leave for Anime Midwest when it's due. Like, I think it's due that weekend, so I'll be able to look at it till then. But anyway, read the intro. Has astrological techniques, calculating birth charts, drawing birth charts. That's interesting. I would like to learn how to draw mine. And then maybe I can do that during a video and show you guys what it's like. Something I did read in the introduction that interested me and I didn't know about before was relocation astrology, which apparently if you have to move at some point in your life, which I did. I moved to Arkansas in 2001. I was born in Pennsylvania, and my parents and I moved to Arkansas, and it was actually about 2 months after 9/11 happened. So, and what I'm going to talk about a little bit later too kind of fits in, just like how old you are when you develop your sense of security in life. It's just kind of weird how I had to move and leave like my extended family right after 9/11 happened, which if you were old enough to remember it happening, it was kind of like a shock to feeling secure if you lived anywhere near that area or just could sense how culture changed before and after that. So that relocation astrology really interests me. I'm gonna have to look into that because I think it would explain a lot about my personality. I had to take a deep breath because just like thinking about that, it's like, wow. It's still kind of heavy for me, even though, what is it, 2018, 17 years ago? Man. Anyway, not too big of a deal. Maybe it's that Neptune in retrogrades bringing up some painful memories for me. Nah, it isn't that big of a deal. Just something I know I should probably like look into and try to figure out if I want to progress in that aspect of life of feeling secure, you know. I don't know, just something to think about. Like, I brought that up as an example of relocation astrology, but it also just goes to show like different events that happen in your life, they might make a bigger impact than you think about. And even if it's something that people are like, oh, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, it's not like, I don't know, someone mugged you in the street or something, so why should that make such a big impact on you? Just because they don't understand it, that doesn't mean that you need to feel like that it didn't affect you all that much. That's for you to say and work through, not for anybody else. So, I don't know, food for thought. Kind of rambling on it now. But anyway, back to this book. It's really exciting looking. We've got some how the planets work. And then it has, you know, like I was talking about, the sun through the houses, aspects of the sun, moon through the signs, moon through the houses, aspects of the moon, all kinds of stuff. Goes through Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, just like 3 or 4 different topics for each planet. So it's exciting. I can't wait to look through it. Again, it's got like a lot of pictures, solar system. And here, I'm not sure what these are. Looks like little drawings of each symbol. Anyway, I don't want to get too into it because I'll be like, ooh, I just turned to like the traditional associations of Cancer. That was something that we'll probably talk about later in the week. So I'll come back to this page for sure. Sagittarius. It's got a lot of nice art. It looks like a really good in-depth book. I'm glad I got this. But yeah, that's that. That's what I did between yesterday and today. And, yeah, I guess I am feeling that Neptune in retrograde a little bit too, because remember how I was saying you might like escape into fantasy a little bit more? Well, like the past week or so, I haven't really been playing video games much at all because I've just been so like enthralled by all of this and just like absorbing as much information as I can, thinking about different things, watching videos, getting books, you know. But last night, some of you guys know there was like a finale for Pokemon Quest, a stream, so last night I caught up on that and then I was playing my game for the first time in like a week, so it was fun. So I didn't do as much homework between yesterday and today as I wanted. But I think it's always good to relax every once in a while. Like if it's like once or twice a week, in my case, like it's for you to say however often you want to do it or not do it. But a couple times a week, maybe 3 times a week doesn't seem so bad. But yeah, I guess that catches you guys up on what I've been up to from yesterday. I did read a little bit of DMs I got from you guys on Twitter, so I appreciate those. They were really supportive, once again. Always gives me something to think about for the next day's video. I did not, however, get really a chance to read many of the comments that were on yesterday's video, so I apologize for that, but I will go through, most likely I'll go through those for yesterday's and today's video sometime tonight or in the morning. Oh yeah, this morning I also went for a walk, so I'm proud of myself because like I've been making excuses that it's too hot when it's really that I just don't want to wake up early. But I did today. I actually woke up at like 7:40, but I knew like since I stayed up till 1 playing Pokemon Quest last night, like 6.5 hours sleep wasn't really enough. Like I know my body enough to know I need an 8 or 9 hours, which is more than some people, but that's just how it is. I can pull my Krabby up. But yeah, I did end up waking up and taking a walk today, so I'm proud of myself. Getting on that fitness hype train. Yeah, that reminds me, another thing I'm a little bit upset about, and I don't know this 100%, but it looks like on Thursday when the summer solstice is, it's gonna be raining where I am. And I'm not sure if it's like the entire day or not. I still have to look at that. But I did see when I looked at Thursday's weather, it did have like a lightning bolt in the cloud. So if it's gonna be the whole day, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed because I was planning on going for a walk at sunrise and sunset that day. My cat wants out. I'll see if he calms down, but if he doesn't, I'll have to get up and let him out in a second. So yeah, I guess that catches you guys up, and I did find my notebook from back when I took notes when I was still thinking of doing psychology videos. The notes I did were on the psychology of Breath of the Wild, so I could open that up and read to you guys some of that. I did look at it just before I started making this video, and I realized that if you don't have a strong background in psychology or even like much of any background at all, just like studying different psychologists and stuff, it's gonna feel like I'm jumping around quite a bit. So when I do read it, we have about 6 minutes left. So when I do read it, it will probably it's gonna be a little bit hard to follow, I'll say that, but it is really interesting because I haven't looked at that for 6 months. I haven't really played the game for at least 6 months, so. Alright, so Psychology of Legend of Zelda. So first I wrote down Freud, which you guys should probably have heard of Freud. He's like one of the most famous psychologists. And I wrote down ego, superego, and id. And that's one of the concepts that he was most famous for. You guys can look that up if you want to know a little bit more. Basically, ego is like what you want to do, like acting based on just what you want to do. And I'm pretty sure it's been a while since I have gotten too deep into my psychology studies, but I'm pretty sure id is like what you know that society expects of you, so how you act based on that. And there's often like separation between the two, and so that kind of causes people problems when they either are doing what they want to do when they know that their family and their bosses and classmates expect them to be doing something else, or vice versa. People will get too caught up in doing what everyone else expects them to do, and then they're neglecting what they know they want to and need to be doing. So there's that, and it's always probably best when you can align those two up as closely as possible. That's why it's good to surround yourself with really supportive people that know what's best for you, so they know, like, they expect you to do certain things just because, like, if you go too off onto your own, it's kind of bad. Like the example I used the other day, if you're getting really into, like, drugs and alcohol, that's probably, even if that's what a person would want to do, that's probably not best. So they're surrounded by supportive people, they can kind of guide them back on track. But at the same time, it's good to have people that encourage you to go off on your own, explore, go on your own journey, even if it's not what society would expect you to do. So yeah, again, a balance. It's pretty interesting. So how I tied that into Legend of Zelda was, of course, this is Breath of the Wild, the notes I took. I put Legend of Zelda, but it's specifically Breath of the Wild. I wrote down Zelda's quest, and so ego would be what she wants to do versus what her dad wants her to do. And yeah, you guys remember that was a pretty main story plot line. So yeah, that was interesting. And I put dreams with a question mark. Freud is also known for dreams because dreams can help you understand what you really want in life, or things that are, like, concerning or worrying you. So they're really good to take a look at. That's another thing about Neptune in retrograde. On a video I was watching, like, she was saying in order to counteract, like, those painful memories that come up, it might be a good idea to, like, write down and pay attention to your dreams. So that's kind of funny how that came up again. And yeah, so that's that on Freud. Jung, Carl Jung, I know I've mentioned him, I think, on the first one. He's the one that did a lot of study on archetypes. So what I wrote down on that was Link going into the Resurrection Shrine for 100 years, and then going up against Calamity Ganon. So when Link first woke up from the Resurrection Shrine, he didn't remember anything from before he went to sleep, or whatever. I didn't get to the end. I did watch someone else play through the end, but so I don't want that spoiled for me. But yeah, it's a gradual thing. He had to recover memories throughout his life after he woke up. So it's kind of the same for us. How I was talking about archetypes, we have this subconscious drilled into our minds, just those past experiences, like, that our ancestors and our collective have gone through, that we may not remember ourselves because we haven't gone through it in this life. Like, later on, things that you haven't experienced yet, like, I don't know, like, I know this doesn't apply to Link, but things like getting married and having a kid, like, I know some of you have done that already, but not everyone has. So that's, like, a past memory you would have to recover as you live through it. So yeah, then I put archetype, and yeah, took him a while to recover memories. So I think I pretty much covered all that I wanted to talk about on that one. Yeah, those universal human memories, which I feel like tarot and astrology helps us recover. So yeah, that was 20 minutes. I didn't think I was going to have stuff to talk about, and then now I don't have enough time to finish what I was like, maybe I will talk about. So yeah, if you guys thought these notes on Freud and Jung were interesting, let me know in the comments, and maybe tomorrow or whatever I'll read through. I have 3 pages, and then I checked off the ones I thought would be, like, interesting for this video. So yeah, that's that. I caught you guys up from yesterday, and I guess that's really all there is to it. I don't want to draw this up for too long, and there's always going to be tomorrow show you my Krabby again. Didn't make much progress because I was showing the book and my notes. But yeah, started doing a little more of his body and his legs on there now. Back leg. So yeah, maybe by the end of 7 days I'll be pretty much done with him. We'll see. Work in progress, just like you and I in this channel. So once again, thanks for all your support. And until tomorrow, you Nintendo fanboys and fangirls have a great rest of the day. Bye.